Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockne and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine unis.
This is just classic college football. And because of all those names that Reese just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Line getting set on second down. On the move. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on first and 10. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Michigan really took it to Notre Dame the last time they met, and Hail to the Victors was playing loudly.
It was playing loudly, and they beat the snot out of the Irish. And the Irish better not forget that. And it was the physicality of Michigan taking over, and the Irish going to be ready today.
Yeah, Notre Dame was really upset. They just couldn't answer the bell. Everything seemed to snowball on them, one bad thing after another. They've got to be mentally tougher in this game.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. One final play before the end of the quarter. The run from the shotgun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Notre Dame 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the run, it's Love. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Got it in the middle, it's Collins. Afterburner's coming. The 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Delivers to contact. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They just need a few inches for the first down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. Wants to throw. It's Warren. They're bringing heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming with it.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this is awful.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They'll run it. It's locked. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Love. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that is exactly exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen.
Nowhere to go, the ball's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Scanning the field, it's Warren. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The back goes in motion. Back to pass, it's Warren. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Michigan.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. But the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Notre Dame 14.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
Number 98, set to kick this one off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And the Michigan offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job, staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Warren. Feeling some heat. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So the offense will go for it around midfield. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They're trying to get to it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short, and I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive, nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback will audible. Handoff from the gun. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. He finds his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Now on second down after the incompletion. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Notre Dame.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Warren. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 17, Michigan 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps, he's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down, and this